Hello, Libra. Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. Libra, how are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. And so this reading is going to be for a week ahead. As always, when I do the readings for the specific signs, it's always for the week ahead. And if you are someone who is watching this real time, it is the 10th of December as I do this reading. And I just want to say that because we do in the week ahead have a new moon in Sagittarius, and then we have Mercury retrograding in Capricorn, which is always, it's going to start in Capricorn. It's going to go back into Sagittarius for the duration. So let's talk about that a little bit. So what is the new moon about? The new moon is about new beginnings. It's the Sagittarius energy is going to have you jump in, take a leap of faith. Something optimistic is headed your way, new beginnings. And it's not necessarily a matter of wondering if you're going to get your manifestations or, and for those of you who have been doing the work to receive them, but it is a matter of when. So it's a time that's happy, moving forward. It's time to be spontaneous and do things from the heart. Do things from that fire that's in your heart. And then on the 13th, we have Mercury in retrograde. And of course, Mercury retrograde is always about, difficulties in communication. Sometimes there can be frustrations. And it's retrograding in Capricorn. And Capricorn kind of likes everything in its place. Capricorn, it retrograding in Capricorn might be a little bit of a frustration in making plans. Plans may not come to fruition, that kind of thing. So, all the solid, sturdy, grounded things that you want to plan for the holidays may not come to fruition for whatever reason. And that can cause a little bit of arguing because Mercury is the planet of communication, right? And so communication is going to be a little off whenever Mercury goes into retrograde. It's only going to be retrograding in Capricorn from the 13th until the 23rd, and then after that it's going to move back into Sagittarius, and that's going to bring its own challenges as well, because Sagittarius can be the one who can be very blunt, who can blurt it out and then not be able to take it back, and the communication can get a little tough. It is positive communication, but whatever it is, it can be really blunt and harsh. And I'm not saying that Sagittarius is always blunt and harsh, but I feel like they're really kind and loving, good and balanced, sweet sort of energy, but it can get a little tough as Mercury retrograde is involved. All right, so let's get to it here. We are going to, of course, read for the week ahead. And first of all, we're going to look at what's in the week ahead. Then we're going to look on this side. We're going to look at what is in your blind spot, Libra. So it's something that is going on right now. And it is something that is probably going to bleed over into your week ahead energy. But it's something that's happening right now. We'll figure out what that is and what it is that you cannot see in the blind spot. All right, Libra. Let's take a look here. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you're cross-watching a Libra, thank you for doing that. Tell me what's coming up in the week ahead for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We have some sort of a loss. Now, I'm going to say it does feel like it could be some sort of a sadness, but the thing is this, is not everything that you lose is a loss, right? And you find that out later, not during the loss, because that can be a little harsh and sad, but not everything we lose is a loss. Keep that in mind. Tell me, please, what is in the blind spot for Libra? What is in the blind spot right now for Libra, please? We have some sort of a professional assistance. So I want to say if you need professional assistance in any capacity, money, mental health, whatever it is, hospitalization, maybe you're not well or maybe you're getting well, I feel like there's going to be professional assistance. Whatever your trial is that you're going through, even if you're going through a trial, maybe you need a lawyer, I feel like there's going to be professional assistance at hand. We've got peace being your teacher. Interesting. You've been taking small steps, I believe, throughout the year and throughout the month of December, small steps toward abundance or the things that you feel that you're deserving of. The great thing is you do feel you're deserving, and I love that energy for you. We have teacher, peace, and we have friends and colleagues. So it feels like there is going to be some sort of peace that comes to you. Something that you're going to learn is going to give you peace, and it might give you peace with friends and colleagues, or the teacher might be a friend or a colleague, and you might get peace from that. So nonetheless, there is peace and possibly a new beginning in love. Look at that. All right. Under there is the card that says happy, happy. So it can't be a bad thing. Let's take a look at some tarot. Let's hit it with some tarot, find out what's going on here with the loss. Libra, if you're interested in a private read, please look in the description below. Below this video, you will see a link that says more. If you click there, you will find the link to Wizio. It's the only place you can book me, and my readings there begin at $40. All right, let's talk about it. What is this loss here for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about the loss for Libra. We've got the Four of Good Cheer. So that is the Four of Cups. Now, I do see, in looking at this particular depiction, you can take a look at it there. It looks like somebody there is a little bit worried or kind of busy. The loss might be whatever is in this one cup because the other three are poured out. It might be an Ace of Cups that is poured out here. We have Justice. There you are, right in the middle there. Why not? We've got Justice here. I love this picture because it looks like this child has received a gift, and that, you know, it's kind of, this child's kind of giving thanks, it looks like. And I kind of love that whatever I feel has been lost, I think it was a case of rejection is protection. That's what I want to say. So if you're mourning a loss, and I'm not talking about the loss of a life, I'm talking about someone who used to be a friend, who's in the family, someone that you don't really talk to, or someone, maybe you've been in a relationship and it broke up. I feel like it was supposed to because it was a karmic relationship. And so, as I said, not everything you lose is a loss. It might feel like that at the time, but not necessarily every time is it something that you will realize later on was not necessarily a loss, but maybe a teacher, right? It might be a lesson. And I think that eventually what it does is it gives you peace. That's what we have here. It feels like that loss might be your teacher, and it might bring you peace, whatever you are in feeling the loss of. We have Father Christmas, and Father Christmas is Virgo. That is the Hermit. So I want to say whatever it is that you have lost, I want to say is justice. And it doesn't look like justice because it was something that was karmic. It was here to teach you a lesson for a period of time, Libra, and then it was meant to leave. It's when we try and stop people, places, things of leaving, that's where the issues start. I want to say that I think you let it go, because immediately here we have Hermit mode. And so I want to say that the loss of this karmic energy here, actually you're going to look back and say, wow, yeah, I'm really glad it actually happened the way it did. I feel like you're going to get wisdom because that is the Hermit here. Tell me more about Libra. We have the Eight of Candles, which is the Eight of Wands. I want to say that the loss happened quickly. It got quiet, more like it kept getting more and more quiet between you and another, whatever the relationship was. And I feel like it happened super quickly after that. After the other cups had poured out, I want to say maybe you were very busy with work at the time, but it feels like the ending came really quickly. We've got the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Good Cheer. And I want to say that this loss is something that was supposed to leave. You know, we take a look at this particular depiction here, and this person's holding on to this rope. It looks like that maybe something wasn't necessarily tethered, and maybe the person didn't tether it because they didn't think it would leave. And then when it left, it's like it's way out there. Somebody's standing up to their knees in their emotions. It's very emotional. This is an emotional loss, something that you're looking at as a loss. And so the Seven of Cups is here to say that, you know, it's in an overly emotional time as you're in Hermit mode. It's self-protection mode, Hermit mode. So you're trying to protect the self, heal the self, gain some wisdom from a situation that didn't work out in your favor. The Seven of Good Cheer is also the illusion that maybe you were the person who was holding up your end of the deal, and when this person walked away, you realize, or the job, or the house, or whatever the loss is, you realize that it actually gave you a bit of relief, and that the illusion was that this was a situation that was going to stay forever. or that you hoped it would. We do have the Six of Gifts. The Six of Pentacles is here. Yeah, I think you gave a lot, I want to say. You gave a lot. You were always there for this person, always with the reciprocity, always giving gifts. You know, you're the charitable one. You're someone who loves to help people that need help. And I feel like you're the one that this is how you kind of stay in balance, is by giving yourself to other people. I want to say that the loss that put you into hermit mode, I feel is something that was felt sharply and hurt you. But I want to say that it happened in order to bring balance back into your life, because I feel like you were probably overgiving. It feels like you were probably giving more from your side and really not getting much in return. But, you know, sometimes, Libra, you will do whatever you have to do in order to balance the situation. And that could mean maybe putting yourself on the back burner in order for someone else to be able to thrive. And so, I feel like Libra showing up here under the loss is really very interesting energy here. We have the Four of Cups. I want to say that there is something in this connection, in this job, in this home, whatever it was, whatever the loss is, I feel like you became disinterested in it. And if you didn't become disinterested in it, somebody else did. And I think that's why it fell to the wayside. I feel like it happened quicker than you wanted it to, because the Eight of Wands is here. Bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Interesting. So we have something that is going to happen. Look at this. We have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Page of Wands. So there is something that's moving forward here that you don't see. I feel like this was part of the change that was meant to come from this. It was meant to come from this loss. I feel like it was a change that was needed. And I feel what you don't see is that there is a path of passion coming up here. It's like the loss was clearing the way of energy for you to have something that you really want. Now we do have a new beginning, right? We have this new moon coming up on Tuesday. It is in Sagittarius. That's fire energy. We're looking at the changes in fire energy here, right? We look at, there's some change here that, you know, the Wheel of Fortune doesn't necessarily look like you want things to happen. It doesn't look like fortunate change right away, but it is change nonetheless that's preparing you for the most abundant time. So the Wheel of Fortune is fixed signs, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, moving very slowly towards a goal, but change happens nonetheless. And it comes for change because we're kind of stuck in the situation. And if something doesn't happen to change the situation, you can't go on this new path here that you're passionate about. Tell me about professional assistance. Tell me more about what's in the blind spot for Libra, please. It feels like it might be someone that you know that has a specialty that you might be able to make use of, or you might need to have use of. We've got the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is about holding back. It can be about holding on as well. We've got the Eight of Good Cheer, which is the Eight of Cups. So I feel like it's what is in your blind spot is I feel like that you had this loss here, and I feel like you're ignoring it. That's what I want to say. I feel like you're ignoring it. You're not really addressing it. You're just trying to carry on with life without really fixing it within you. I want to say within you without really fixing it here. So we have the Four of Gifts. We have the Eight of Good Cheer, which is the Eight of Cups. And then we have the Mistletoe, which is the Lover's card. And the Eight of Cups is looking over at the Lover's card. So I feel like you're still holding on to this energy of loss. And somebody has pulled away from you emotionally. You've shut down. You're still holding on to their energy, but they have let you go. They're already, you can see the ship in the distance, right? This person is already on their way to the next thing, but you can't quite seem to move along. It is a choice to move along, right? We have the Eight of Cups and the Lovers here. The person on the card of the Eight of Cups is looking over at the Lovers. And I feel like you can't let go of this person because you felt like they were the one. You felt like this was a soul connection for sure. So I want to say what is in your blind spot is that the professional help that's here might be someone who is going to help you let go. We have the King of Good Cheer, who is the King of Cups. We do have the World card in reverse. Yeah, so it feels to me what's in your blind spot is I think that you think that you're over it, but I don't think that you are. I think that it's still here, still bothering you. There's unfinished business. You're still holding on to the energy of whatever left, and it's already gone. It's gone to the next phase, but you're still holding on. So we do have the Three of Gifts, which is the Three of Pentacles. I feel like if this is relationship related, it feels like somebody here is holding on to someone else who doesn't want to be in the relationship, holding on to their energy or holding on to memories. This is emotion. The Eight of Cups, right? It's emotion. And I want to say the Eight of Cups is also the place where you settle. You'll settle for something. And I feel like, you know, not every soulmate that comes along is necessarily a healed soulmate. But I want to say that you're having a really hard time letting go of the thought of, this is my person. Where did they go? There's unfinished business. The World card is in the reverse. I can't close this door. I don't want to close this door. I still have really deep love feelings that I'm holding on to here, right? We've got the Four of Pentacles and we've got the King of Cups, and so I feel like you're really holding on to the King of Cups here. You could be holding on to someone who is Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Doesn't have to be, of course. We also do have the World card here, so along with Scorpio energy, we also have Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo, all the fixed signs. So I want to say that this professional assistance, it could be somebody who is a friend, who might be a friend that you can speak with in terms of how to let this go, or how to let this go. You know, it feels like we were friends, right? It's like you met this person maybe through a friend of a friend, or you're trying to hold on to them as a friend. And I don't know that that's going to work, because I feel like they're off to the next thing already and you're still holding on to them. That may be what you need the professional for, is to help you let go. You might have a friend who is a professional that might help you talk through it, but talk therapy works wonderful. I'm just saying. All right, we have the Eight of Gifts. So we have the Eight of Pentacles here. We have the Child, and we have Matrona. So Matrona, she is the Empress here. So the Empress is going to be able to get a new start. So if you consider yourself to be the Empress is a feminine leaning energy, but also has masculine energy. And so feminine or masculine, you could be this Empress. If you are the feminine, possibly you are someone who wants to have more children or who is a mother, possibly, but we do have the Child and the Mother here, which is a new beginning. It's like you're birthing a new beginning here, whether you're feminine or masculine. I feel like if you're the masculine, of course, you're not going to have a child, but you might be birthing a creative idea or something like that. The beginning of something. We have the Eight of Pentacles, something that you're working on really hard, since the end came. So this was a tough ending for you, I feel, and it's been hard for you to let it go. All right, let's clarify just a little bit and we will get you on your way. What is the loss, please? I feel like this, whatever it was, whatever the loss is, if it's a job, a home, a person, I feel like the loss it came, this change from the Wheel of Fortune, it came because it was supposed to. You were supposed to learn a lesson here. This was a karmic situation, one you were supposed to learn a lesson from and then carry on. And the problem ends up happening when we keep holding on, when we can't let go of the energy of the person, of the situation. That's when it gets to be a little dicey, right? Tell me what the loss is here. We have the King of Swords. King of Swords is Aquarius, but also Libra and Gemini in this reading. We have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. Somebody made a decision that we're not taking this to the next level. We're not taking this relationship to the next level. We're not going to move in together. The Ten of Cups is in the reverse, which tells to me that there is a breaking down of the family or the loss of an idea that we were going to go to the next level. We've got the Two of Swords, and so it leaves you stuck. Right? I feel like it leaves you stuck. The Two of Swords is like, the thing is that the person in the Two of Swords is just randomly throwing these swords, right? But this person has their eyes covered. And so what I want to say about that is that you really didn't see the situation for what it was, Libra, and it wasn't meant to be a forever situation. And it did go topsy-turvy here. The the Ten of Cups. I feel like whoever ended it with you, whatever their sign was, it doesn't have to be someone who is an air sign. Could have been another Libra or maybe a Virgo. But I feel like your blindfold was on. You really didn't see the situation. And the reason that the situation or the person or whatever it was removed from you is because the Wheel of Fortune is here. And the Wheel of Fortune moves forward for the benefit of you. It's for expansion. It's for, things that are fortunate. But first there must be changes. And the changes on the surface sometimes don't look very good. They're hard to go through, but it is preparing you for something that's really wonderful, I feel. Tell me about justice, please. I feel like this justice was swift and harsh. I think that's why the King of Swords is here. Swift and harsh and honest. And you could have been dealing with a Scorpio possibly. Don't have to be. Could be dealing with someone who's an Aquarius, but someone who is very blunt and very honest, and it really hurt. They cut you out. It's like they had the last word, or they're the one that made the decision for both of you. It's like you really didn't have a choice. Tell me about this Justice card, please. Yeah, see? Justice here comes up with the Sun. I really do believe that this wasn't your person. You felt like it was yours, and they could have been a soulmate. Look, it's right here. We've got the Lovers here. They could have been a soulmate, but I feel like they weren't the one who you were supposed to be with. We all have so many soulmates, right? So we have the Sun, which is Leo energy. We do have the Tower. There it is. Yeah, it was supposed to happen. There had to be change. You had built yourself an illusion that you were going to be with this person forever. And I don't think that this person was supposed to be your person. Look, the Tower always comes as mercy. It does. Because it broke down the illusion and made room for the Wheel of Fortune. It made room for change. This was harsh change, right? Really hard change. And I feel like it caused you to go inward because the ruling planet for the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. And Jupiter is retrograding right now, which makes us look inside, which tells me more about the Hermit. That you're going inside. Am I enough? Am I abundant enough? Do I have enough? This person really made you think, like, why did this person let me go? I don't think that it was for any other reason other than they were supposed to. We have the Wheel of Fortune here twice. Once with you and once here that is taking you over to the week ahead, right? So I feel like it was supposed to happen that way. I'm sorry, I don't mean to make light of a hard situation for you. And I think in retrospect, as I look back and I see all the terrible things that I went through and all the people who in my life who really hurt me, it was all for a reason. It was all because of lessons I needed to learn. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune here. There it is. You have to have this new beginning. You had to get back on your path, and that's what the Tower is for. The Tower shows up when you veered off the path, or you've gone the way you're not supposed to go, and the Tower falls because what you had created was an illusion. You were off the path. It's time to go the other way. So the Fool is here, and it comes up right on top of the Ace of Wands. So it tells me that there is a new passionate beginning here, and it might start with some sort of communication that you might get. It could be the Page of Wands is here. We have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Tells me that it feels like you are, you're going to be okay. You're going to make stability out of this because that's what you do. You will always stabilize everything and make everything balanced, right? We do have the Page of Swords, which tells me that this was supposed to happen. You're the student. You're the student of the situation, that you learned a lot. That's a lot of knowledge. The Page of Swords is someone who is learning, the student, and there's a lot of knowledge here. And I think that you had to be put back on the right path. That's what it feels like to me. Tell me about the professional, please. Professional assistance. Yeah, it says here that this is because of the World card. It's the Hermit energy and the Four of Wands. So I feel as though it is somebody that arrives into your life who is going to be able to talk to you or help you through this ending that has happened. And it could be a new passionate connection. I'm not going to rule that out. We've got the World card and the Ace of Wands with the Page of Wands. So it could be a new passionate connection that helps you get over whatever terrible thing went on here. You know, it feels very brutal. I want to say that it ended in a brutal way. Somebody really just, cut you out. And I feel like you thought that there was more balance there than there really was. So the Four of Wands is here, and I feel like with the Hermit energy here, you're getting wisdom about what you really want. There is going to be someone here who's going to help you talk your way through it here. And I feel like the loss of this soulmate, you feel like there's unfinished business. So I do feel like that this professional friend is somebody who's going to be able to either help you with it or point you into a situation where you can get help with it. Because I feel like, you're still stuck in the energy, but, holding your cup. This person ignored me. I offered them more and they ignored me. They didn't take my cup. And we've got the Eight of Wands. And then, it happens here, the Eight of Wands. This ends really quickly and it ends up in heartbreak. So I feel like the person that might be coming into your situation, it might be someone it doesn't have to be, but if it's not, if you can't get out of this, holding on to this energy, holding on to the soulmate, holding on to this love, it feels like it could leave you stuck if you don't take care of it. So I feel like if this is not someone who's coming into your life, what's bubbling under the surface is you may need to get someone who is a professional in the area to help you get over the situation, because it feels like it was a brutal ending. So you are the Empress. I'm going to say Taurus and Libra. You are Libra. You are Venusian. You're all about love. Get your balance back. You know who you are. You know your worth. And if you know your worth, I know that because it's right here. You're about to have some sort of a new beginning, right? The Fool is here, and the Fool is here as well. Yeah. Something new is coming, but you may not see it because of whatever is bubbling under the surface here. I feel like it might pour into the week ahead. We have some sadness here. I'm sorry if you're sad, but I feel like it was a lesson. It was a lesson in life. I think you're supposed to take it and move forward. It built you all to here to be the Empress. It was the final lesson, I feel, that you needed to learn your worth. And this person was removed from your life, or this situation or whatever it was removed from your life because it wasn't giving you balance and you had built the illusion that it was. All right. I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much, Libra. Thanks for coming here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Love you guys. Bye.